SRBRadio.com. And welcome to this week's Made in Brum with myself and my co-host Julianne. And that was Brain Food with Two Crows. And a big shout out to Liam and Connor from the band.
And if you're into your psych and avant-garde, then check out the Kaleidoscope events at the Night Owl in Digbeth. And our guest this week will be the band Blue Nation, who'll be joining us straight after this next track from them called Morning Light.
And we're very pleased to welcome onto the show Neil and Luke from the band Blue Nation. Welcome, lads.
Hello, you alright?
So we're going to introduce everybody to your band. Who's in the band and how long have you been together as a band?
So you've got Chris isn't here because he's not very well, bless him. So you've got Chris on drums, who's unfortunately from Wolverhampton. No, he's not. Yeah, he is from Wolverhampton. But that's you can't hold that against him. I won't introduce Luke. Luke can do that himself.
I'm Luke Weston, and I play bass and sing sometimes. I'm from Shard End.
Yeah,
the home of legendary Jeff Lynne.
That's right. Yep.
Well, and you're around the corner from him.
Yeah. I grew up in the house opposite of where he was born.
I've heard this story a million times.
Absolutely.
You got to boast about something like that, ain't you?
I'm Neil. I'm the lead singer and guitarist. I'm from Solihull.
How long have you been together as a band?
2016. Yeah, 2016. So not long. Yeah, not long. Blue Nation's been around for eons, like my good self. So it's kind of changed and morphed into this lineup because it feels right. To be fair, it feels
we found each other, didn't we?
That's what happens when you all go to prison or the same prison. You kind of when you share a cell. Yeah, when you come out, you just want to basically form a band. For the record, disclaimer: none of us have been to prison. It just makes it sound a bit better. So how I met Luke was, do you know Maz Snape, Night Owl?
Yeah.
So Maz is involved in Night Owl and all that kind of cool stuff. And I phoned Maz. I went, Maz, I really need a bass player, and she kind of knows everybody. Okay, right. She put like social media post out. And then we actually met through Facebook, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it works. I tell you, it works. Yeah.
Well, I'd like to talk about the name now. When I look at the name, no, lots of people ask you about this. Now, to me, as a football fan, You've had lots of people come up with assumptions of why you've called it Blue Nation, so I'd like to hear the real
reason. Well, Arthur Tapp from the Catapult Club thinks it's to do with the Tories, and I can tell you now again, the same as we've not been to prison, it is nothing to do with the Tories. It is nothing to do with Birmingham City. We did an interview with a magazine, and I think the opening line of the magazine was, well, these boys won't be invited to Villa Park. And I'm a Villa fan, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, Claret Nation doesn't sound good. All right, so and Luke never would have joined the band, and Chris is a Wolves fan.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've had it all. But the real reason and what it's about was when I was coming up for a name, I was sitting in the front room with my sister, actually. I was like, I need a name for a band. I need a name for a band. The news was on. And you know how the news is just constantly, it is just depressing, right? I don't watch it anymore for that sole reason. It's just, everything's there. She goes, well, what about something about the news and stuff? I was like, no, I'm not that political. And I was like, oh, what about a colour and something? I was like, what about blue? What about Blue National? And I was like, that is far too much like a political party and not a very nice one. So then she said, what about Blue Nation? And then link it to, you know, we're always a little bit, oh, it's raining. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is bad. So then if we can bring something that makes people go, yeah, man, because you can do that.
Yeah.
And you do that positive about the name, but then also with music as well. Because I don't know many people that, even when you're really sad and you listen to music, you feel better. But nothing to do with the Tories, nothing to do with Birmingham City.
Apart from me.
Apart from Luke.
Well,
so, yeah.
I think it's time we had another track.
Yes.
So we're going to go with Slave.
Slave, yeah.
Spoken with our eyes. Shadows harrow me. We will fight them with our minds. I need to feel your touch. I need to see you cry. Never forgotten. I will always be your slave, your slave. If we stand alone, the light inside us never dies. Never forgotten. I will always be your slave, your slave.
So you've just listened to Slave, and that was produced by a different producer. So you'd like to tell us who that track was?
Yeah, so Morning Light and Slave was done by a guy called, I call him Andy Mack, but his name's Andy McPherson. And he did The Who live at Leeds.
Amazing.
So he's just he was remastering that when he was doing our stuff. But he's done a load of stuff with The Who, with Eric Clapton, the Buzzcocks. There's just loads. And one day in the studio, because we went to Manchester to record it, he came in and goes, "I've got something for you." I was like, "Oh, sound," because we were talking about The Who and all that kind of stuff, because obviously I was hammering him about questions and stuff, and he handed me this guitar. He goes, "We'll use this today." I was like, "Oh, cool." And it was this absolutely battered SG. Battered. And I was like, "Oh, this doesn't look very good." Play it. Said, "Yeah, it plays all right, to be fair." And it looked like it had just been destroyed and put back together.
Back out of a skip.
Yeah, literally. And I goes, "What is this?" And he goes, "Oh, it's Pete Townshend's SG."
No,
and you know the one where he's in the jumpsuit, the white jumpsuit?
Yeah.
And the SG? It was that SG. So I was sitting there going, "Oh my
That's
word!"
amazing.
And then I was like, "Do not tell me how much this is worth."
I was going to say,
and he
it's
was
priceless.
like, "No, yeah." And he was like, "No, I won't." And it sounded ace. So yeah,
That's
he is
incredible.
a lovely bloke as well.
So we was going to invite Alex VR in, which is a producer
Yeah.
from the Three Knuckle Shuffle, but unfortunately he can't be here tonight because he's recording your album.
Yes.
So if you'd like to tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we're keeping him, on a short leash
Yeah.
because, to be honest, he's a big guy, and if you give.
Producers an inch, they'll take a mile.
So listen to this, Alex. Get back to work.
Yeah.
Get your headphones on. Make the guitars louder, the cymbals quieter,
Standard.
and make sure we can hear Luke's bass. No, he's a good lad, man.
Yeah, I saw them play a while ago at the Flapper. They're incredible.
But you know why he's called Three Knuckle
Yes,
Shuffle, don't
absolutely. Three fingers.
you? Three fingers, yeah. But shall I reveal Alex's secret, or shall I leave it about his guitar?
I was going to say, we've probably got lots on him.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah. Did you see how I stopped Luke from literally divulging a horrendous story from the studio? Then no, basically on the end of Alex's guitar, he's got a fake finger, which no one's noticed yet. So next time you see it, take a picture. No, he's a good lad, and he's got incredible ears with stuff as well.
Yeah.
And he'll say, why don't we try this? Why don't we do that?
Amazing. So, also, you've recently been endorsed and sponsored by Vocal Zone, so you can give us a little bit more information about that.
Yeah, well, I met them. I was with Mimi Detroit, actually. We were at a kind of music conference, and we met and we got talking and stuff like that. And they heard some of the stuff, and they got the management to speak to them. Took a good 6 months talking, and then they said, "Look, do you want to endorse you with some stuff?" And sent through the pastels, the tea bags, and all that kind of stuff. It's really cool. Might be more in the pipeline of stuff different than Vocal Zone though. So watch this space.
Watch this space, indeed. So, would you like to give us one of your song choices? Your first Birmingham band choice?
First one we chose was 10538 Overture by ELO. It's just a beautiful tune, ain't it?
Excellent.
Well, two Chardin boys together.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely.
Did you see your friend?
What's on your mind? Darkness. Check your timeline. It's all the rage, dear. Initiate a trend. Oh, will we find an end? Does it really ever throw you? Think full of love seems to fulfill you. We've been cyber junkies. What's new today? Darkness. A politician's wake. It's all the rage, dear. A viral video. Oh, shows the way to go. Does it really ever thrill you? Think full of love seems to fulfill you. Let's be friends, so come and follow me. We're just like mad junkies. Take the time to step away and see the world for real. Hold the weight of all the world you see inside your screen. Emotify your life, pretending that it's real. Can we walk away, 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 away? Does it really ever thrill you? A quick full of love seems to fulfill you. Let's be friends, now come and follow me. We're just like mad junkies. Junkies. Like mad junkies. Junkies. Like mad junkies. Junkies. Like mad junkies. Junkies. Like mad junkies.
Welcome back to the Made in Brum show. You've just listened to Mimi Detroit with Sock Med Junkies. Amazing track. Love it. It's a brand new track. So we know the connection between you and Mimi Detroit is obviously that's your wife. Yeah. And obviously there's a bit of bass on there from you as well, Luke, isn't there, I believe? So tell us about that. How do you find it being in a relationship with somebody else that's in the industry with yourself?
I find it really easy, to be honest. She may have a different words to say. No, it is because we don't encroach on each other's space creatively. So she might bring something and say, "I've got this," and I'll go, "Oh yeah, cool." So I'll never like go, "Oh, you should do this. You should do that."
Never get involved and influence.
Unless one of us, and I do this, I say, "Look, what about this?" Or I'm on the B minor, I don't like it, and she says, "Oh, what about try this?" But we're just about to start doing some writing together for a project she's working on, which isn't to do with Blue Nation or Mimi Detroit, completely separate. And it's going to be that first time where we've been
creative together.
Yeah, but literally it'll be, we'll write something and I go, "Oh, what do you think of that?" And then it just happens that way. But I've been out with girls and stuff, obviously and it's just like, why'd you have to go rehearse? Why'd you have to go do
see,
that?
the same.
Why'd you have to go to a radio interview tonight? And
Exactly,
stuff like that.
and
They
that's
don't
what
like the
works.
attention, do they?
Well, the thing
It's
is,
different lives, isn't it?
Yeah.
Completely, you say. So it actually does work when you're in a relationship, because I'm in a relationship with a musician as well. And
Yeah,
you
yeah.
do find that it blends well, because exactly what you just said. You know, like
They
they
just get it.
understand. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly.
They both do get it. I've been to gigs before. I've been to Mimi gigs. I've been to Blue Nation gigs.
I hope so.
I hope so. You're in the
I
band.
think I was there. I think I was there. But like Mimi will get attention off guys, and Neil's not phased at all. I've
Yeah.
been in relationships with people that they hated it if anyone like kind of spoke to you at a
Attention,
gig. It's
yeah.
like, they
I
just
love
never
it.
go.
I love it. Do you know the best thing that ever happened at a Mimi Detroit gig,
Go on.
right? Because I'll go to support her and
Yeah,
stuff
of
like
course.
that, and she'll say, "Oh, will you do the merch? Will you do that?" And my mates take the absolute mick out of me because I've played guitar on stage with them and helped her out. You know, she's a 3-piece now. They've got a really tight sound. And like now she's like, "Can you do merch?" So I've been relegated to merch man. But at the last, I think it was the
I
single.
carry
launch-
his guitars, don't worry.
No, I don't mind. Doesn't bother me.
Exactly.
You know, she's sang on stage with us. She's
Yeah,
done merch.
exactly.
She's cool. These two guys, I was doing merch, and these two guys came up to me. I went, "Oh my God, she's so fit on stage." And I was like, "Oh, this is going to be awkward." And I was like, yeah, she's a bit of a looker, isn't she? He's like, "Do you reckon she'll have a photo with us?" I said, "Yeah, I'm sure she will." I was like, "Do you want T-shirts, CDs?" "Yeah." "Oh God, she's so fit." And literally for the next 10 minutes, we talked about how fit she was.
Oh my gosh.
And then she came off stage, came to the merch, and then she came over and said, "Oh, well, this is my husband. These two guys, poor faces, died." Right? And they went, "We are so sorry. Oh my God, I'm so sorry." And I was like, "Mate, it's cool. It's absolutely fine. Look,
That's
I get
brilliant.
it. You know, I was like,
I love it.
I'm not with her, you know, for this. You know, we're with each other because I love each other and all that
Yeah,
kind of stuff."
absolutely.
But they were so embarrassed, and they still come to gigs and they still look at me and go, "I am so sorry." And I was like, "But it works because
no,
you know,
it does. You're a team. That's
yeah,
it. It's a partnership.
That's
it's a
how it
team.
should be. You know, that's how it should be, man.
So we're going to take another track from you now. So if you'd like to introduce your next track.
Yeah, so this one is with Alex VR from Three Knuckle Shuffle. He produced it, and it's called Good Times.
I believe in many things, you're just one of them. I don't need a friend when I'm so low. Tell me your choice, does it feel right? I'm tired of putting on a face for everyone. It'll drag you back again until you feel. Tell me your choice, does it feel right? Let the good times go. I don't need anyone to get me up again, and I just need my love to see me through. Tell me your choice, does it feel right? Let the good times go.
Okay, that was another great track from Blue Nation. One of my personal favourites. Yeah.
Thanks, mate.
No problem.
I really appreciate
Just
that.
leave your money on the table.
I will, yeah, don't worry.
When I listen to your music, there's obviously quite a diverse range of genres in your music, but I mainly pick up on a lot of 60s influence.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely, without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah, because we were talking about this the other day, though, about how it was culturally and it was just an explosion of everything: fashion, freedom, love, music, colour. And for a very fleeting 10 years, maybe, we were the trendsetters in the world. We had Cream, we had Beatles, we just had everything, the Stones, and it all kind of just came together. And this incredible music was created. And then we kind of hit 70s and went, all right, we're still doing all right. But you know, it's kind of a bit weird now. And the 80s, well, it all went horribly wrong. The 90s, we kind of went, well, let's go back to the 60s and have a look at that, but let's just wear Adidas. And then we're now coming back round and just, you know, you stick on a Cream album, you stick on a Led Zeppelin album, you stick on Beatles, you stick on Hendrix. Hendrix wasn't UK, but he was found here, wasn't he? Let's be honest. He's one of our own. And you just go, that is incredible.
Well, this is what we find when me and Julianne go to a lot of gigs and we go and see a lot of bands coming out. There is that combination of 60s music from the best 60s music, like Hendrix, Cream, and then you've got that 90s influence coming through. And a lot of the bands we see are picking up on this, but that is a great thing to see because them two eras of music are probably the country's best and finest.
60s.
I think a lot of bands that I'm seeing lately that are taking influences from like the 60s and 90s stuff, they look more 90s, don't they?
Yeah,
Whereas,
baggy clothes.
I think we look a lot more 60s anyway, you know.
Now, I've noticed the Hendrix tattoo on your arm.
Tattoo. Yeah, like 7.5 hours that was by Dark Horse Collective.
It's nothing.
But yeah,
It's incredible.
The guy's
a legend. You'd just never be another Hendrix.
Nah.
But me as well. He's my hero.
Yeah,
I love Hendrix. I love everything about him. He wasn't the greatest singer, but he was certainly the greatest guitarist.
Yeah, and you know what? I hear people play Hendrix songs, and I noodle on guitar and stuff. Technically, you're sitting there going, it's not that hard to play, but it doesn't sound like Hendrix, right? And even if you put your thumb over the top and you try and do what Hendrix did with his hands and stuff, the tone he got out of it with a wah, a fuzz, and a Marshall stack. That's it. And it's like the man's a god, and behind his head and all that kind of stuff. I don't care what anyone says. No one. Paul Kossoff came close to being a better guitarist, I think, from Free. Really close, because he's phenomenal as well.
Yeah, he's good.
Hendrix just blows everyone out of the water for me. Yeah.
So what about Birmingham bands? Is there some Birmingham bands in your influences in your music?
From the 60s?
Yeah.
The Move for me.
Yeah, Move.
Probably for you and all.
Yeah, definitely.
Stevie Winwood.
Yeah.
Amazing voice, yeah. I think Jeff's got an amazing voice. I mean, the harmonies.
Yeah, but you're biased because you live in Sheridan.
You borrow milk off each other and sugar and stuff like that. So, to be honest, we can't believe a word you say.
We're going to go with another Birmingham band choice. Obviously, we've talked about the 60s and we've mentioned, obviously, these bands and Stevie Winwood. This is a great choice.
This is Dear Mr. Fantasy by Traffic.
guarantees. Please don't be sad. If it was a straight line you had, we wouldn't have known your easy.
I don't remember if you told me your name. And little Susie, why'd you walk my way? I see those lips, whoa, take me to bed. I lost my mind when she tripped off my head. Come on now. Oh, little rich girl, come on back to me. Oh, little rich girl, come on back to me. I saw your pain when you fell from grace. Too busy drinking to remember the day. It was too much for you to hold on. I can't believe that she's really gone. Come on now. Oh, little rich girl, come on back to me. Oh, little rich girl, come on back to me. I don't think that she was real. What the hell did she just tell us? Oh, little rich girl, oh, little rich girl.
Welcome back to Switch Radio. You're listening to part 3 of Made in Brum. I am Luke Weston from Blue Nation.
Thanks, Luke.
It's just I thought Neil was talking far too much, so.
We've just played Rich Girl. Our co-host on the show is Louise Woodley. Now, Louise has told us that she was going to be in the video for Rich Girl.
She was meant to be. We was meant to have quite a few other people in the video, weren't we? But Louise didn't turn up.
But the question is, why didn't Louise turn up?
Something
Yes.
to do with cider.
Yes.
There you go.
She messaged me, go, I'm really sorry. This is at 6 a.m. I'm still drinking. I was just like, I do love her though. Love you, Lou. Do love
Proper
you.
party girl is our Lou,
She's ace.
but she's brilliant. Can't wait for her to come back from Thailand. She's been away for that long. We have missed her. And the last two songs we've played, there seems to be a southern rock influence coming over in your new stuff.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Is that it?
I'd agree with that. I think it's just all of the influences that we all have individually just coming together as one. Chris, the drummer, he likes. We all find a common ground in the '60s stuff, but Chris likes Incubus, Oasis,
Yeah, the
and
90s
more '90s stuff. Whereas I listen to like heavier music, like a bit of metal and stuff like that. And you, what makes you different?
I don't know. I'll listen to folk. I'll listen to anything musically. That I tell you what, I listened to this the other day. Two Hearts by Kylie Minogue. Right? I know it's weird. Check it out. I tell you what, guitar-wise, it worked.
The stuff I did like that Kylie did when she was with Nick Cave,
Yes. Yeah.
that was on the mark when she was doing stuff like that. I thought, wow, this is great.
How have we gone from sounding like a Southern American band to Kylie Minogue?
You banned me from talking for 5 minutes, and this is how I get back into the conversation.
Quite been absorbing the musical stylings of Peter Andre lately.
Me and NSYNC go way back.
We're going to have another Birmingham band choice.
This is Ocean Colour Scene with a song called July.
It's warm outside, but I can hear the snow falling on my window. I had to go away to somewhere deeper down. I know it's my mistake to take off out of this town. And June becomes July. This road's on fire. My train's running slow. It rains against my window. I had to get away somewhere no one knows. I know it's my mistake to take off now in this way. And June becomes July.
So you've just listened to July by Ocean Colour Scene. Sorry.
Oh, we're doing so well.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, go on, Luke.
No, I'm all right.
Sorry, I'm just tired today. I'm on an off day today.
You know we're keeping that in.
I don't know what that was. Quiet on set. Are we on?
Yeah.
Who is this amateur, Luke?
You just can't find the stuff.
I know. Can we put some Peter Andre back on?
Yeah, exactly. So, guys, you're currently on a really busy tour at the moment. So tell us about that. How's it going?
Yeah, we've played, what have we done? Edinburgh, Sheffield, Wales, Stoke. And then we're, a couple of weeks' time, where are we going to be next?
What? How'd you say it? Is it the Surya?
Surya in London.
Is it Surya?
in
Surya
London.
in London.
Thunderbolt Bristol. Asylum in Birmingham. And Asylum in Birmingham 24th. So that's coming up. 24th
Amazing. And you've also been asked to play at a couple of festivals as well so far
Yeah.
this year. So we've got the Jurassic Fields in Dorset and we've got Rudfest in North Wales. Are you looking forward to that?
That one's exciting because it's we're going on. Just
You need to sound
before-
excited. That one's exciting. That was-
We're supporting Peter Andre.
It's descended
It's
into
my-
madness.
He's my hero.
Right, so, Rudfest.
Newton Faulkner's playing at
There we
Rudfest. So that's really, really exciting, Neil, isn't it?
Yeah.
Skid Row, you've got Skid Row coming up.
That's
Yeah.
super exciting.
We were in our lockup. The manager came in, who's literally sitting behind us now, and just said, right, we got these gigs. And all of us, I thought we'd have like a champagne moment where we'd all like celebrate, but all of us went, they're pretty big gigs, aren't they? And we were like, yeah. So
Kudos to the manager.
that apprehension kind of thing, but then we just like, oh my God, this is ace. Because it's, it is
that's
thousands of
impressive.
odd people.
Good
It's
stuff.
going to be
Yeah.
it's going to be mad. Wolverhampton in the Steelworks. Is that? Yeah, that's right.
And
isn't it?
Southampton.
And Southampton, the Brook, in August. But that's
Amazing.
going to be off the scale.
Yeah,
we're
exciting
dead
times
excited.
ahead.
Yeah.
So
Right.
we're going to listen to the last track from your band. So would you like to introduce the track and tell us what it is?
It is called Gimme Some Time.
We won't leave it till last breath. Loosen a grip because it cost us. On your anger on the broken man. Easy cruel for us to let go. Take you back easy. Stand up for your soul. 'Cause we are for love. We'll let the people know. Don't you want us to rise up? Give me some time for the common man.
So thanks for joining us on this week's Made in Brum, and thanks to Luke and Neil from Blue Nation for joining us. Thanks for joining us, lads.
Well, thanks for having us. Yeah.
Also, thanks you to Julianne again for co-hosting.
You're welcome.
Our last play-out track is from a band or artist that's been an influence on you musically.
It is actually Cream, and it is, you say it.
She walks like a bearded rainbow.
Coming to me in the morning, leaving me at night. Coming to me in the morning, leaving me alone. You got that rainbow feel, but the rainbow has a beard. Running to me a crying when it throws you out. Running to me a crying on your own again. You got that pure feel, such good responses, but the picture has a mustache. You coming to me with that soulful look on your face. Coming looking like you never ever done one wrong thing. Coming to me with that soulful look on your face. You're coming looking like you never ever done one wrong thing. So many fantastic colors, I feel in a wonderland. Many fantastic colors makes me feel so good. You got that pure feel, such good responses. Got that rainbow feel, but the rainbow has a beard.
SRB Radio